welcome to Ascended Masters 101, where we talk about the teachings of the Ascended Masters. You found us in the middle of a discussion on the 7 rays, and episode 1 through 6 might prove helpful as some foundation if you like. We were just chatting about how we each have a major and a minor ray, a path that is best suited to our souls and that our souls have been walking for lifetimes as we work to earn our Christhood on one of the 7 rays. And as we're meditating upon which ray we might be on, it can be helpful to explore which Chohan, which ascended master guide we feel connected to, because this can help us find our ray. Each Chohan serves on a particular ray, so they go hand in hand. When you find your teacher, you found your ray. And when you found your ray, you have found yourself at the feet of the master who is to be your guide, your teacher. And this is a very special, exciting process for your soul, because discovering your personal spiritual path and mission in life, which is your ray, and your guide on that path, which is your Chohan, is a huge key for your spiritual victory. And what is your spiritual victory? It is the earning of your personal Christhood. Each of the Chohans teaches us how to become the Christ on their particular ray. So let's explore some ways in which you can begin to discern which of the Chohans may be your main mentor, the Ascended Master teacher on your ray. Now, you may feel a little bit shy about interacting with an Ascended Master, and this is addressed nicely on page 244 of the book Meeting the Master. It says, quote, "It may be an intimidating thought to be working directly with an Ascended Master, but consider this. Your outer mind may not be aware of it, but if you have been striving as an aspirant on the spiritual path, your soul has already been tutored for a long time by the masters at inner levels, in preparation for the time when you would have the conscious recognition of their presence in your life," end quote. So we have likely already been working with the Ascended Masters for a long time, and this may be the moment we have been preparing for a long time. So there's no need to feel anything other than really excited to be finally discovering your Chohan in your outer conscious awareness. So for this section, I am paraphrasing from page 245 in the book Meeting the Master. So without further introduction, tip 1 for finding your spiritual mentor, your Chohan, is to read about the past lives of the Chohans. And as you do so, you may discover that there is an individual or historical period that you particularly feel connected to, or that you relate to, or that helps you to recall memories of when you shared a path with one or more of the Chohans in the past. The book Lords of the 7 Rays is great for this because it goes into detail about the Chohans' lives. Tip number 2 is to study dictations that have been released by the Chohans, their words. You can also read the books that they wrote while they were in embodiment. This can help you to get a better sense for who the master teacher of your ray might be. You're getting to know them better. Tip number 3 is to sing the songs of the 7 Chohans and allow your heart to guide you in knowing which of these 7 masters is the guiding light in your life. And there are links to each of these songs on page 245 of Meeting the Master. Tip number 4 is to simply pick a Chohan that you like and ask him or her to be your teacher until the time comes that you feel more sure about who your Chohan is. You can rest assured that any Chohan you choose will teach you and tutor you and help you find your homeroom master. This is a great intermediary step that can help guide you in the right direction if you're still not quite sure. Which leads me to tip number 5, which is to ask El Moria, the Chohan of the first ray, to work with you at inner levels and help prepare you for the connection with the Chohan of your ray when you are ready. So, what is the next step? Once you have a sense of who your Chohan is, what do you do next? You can then ask him or her to accept you as a Chila and to tutor your soul in Christ mastery. And this can be as simple as speaking to the Chohan. Wherever you are, you can simply close your eyes and give a silent or a spoken prayer to your Chohan. It's also a custom in the teachings of the Ascended Masters to write letters to beings in heaven and to then burn the letter. So you can write a letter to your Chohan and then safely burn the letter to send your heart's message to heaven. And the angels will carry that letter and they'll make sure it gets to the courts of heaven and to the Chohan of your choice. So a third way to establish a bond with your Chohan is to do the meditation on page 246 to 247 of the book Meeting the Master. It is a really beautiful way to formally request the acceptance and blessing of Chilaship under your favorite Chohan. So once you've said your prayer or you've written your letter or you've given your meditation, then what comes next? In Meeting the Master, we read, quote, "Once you have requested the sponsorship and guidance of a Chohan, it is important to develop a guru-chela relationship with that master. El Morya's definition of a disciple or chela is, quote, the one striving to become the Christ, which is your real self. Our Chohan's main task is to help us do that very thing, becoming the Christ, and he will spare no effort to guide us to that goal," end quote. The Guru-Chela relationship and becoming the Christ are full topics that are major central pillars in the teachings of the Ascended Masters. But to stay focused on our topic of the 7 rays, let's chat in the next video about another very awesome topic, which is the retreats of the 7 Chohans. So thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to chat with you about the retreats of the 7 Archangels in the next video. I will see you there.